everything. All right, what the hell everything for Tuesday, November 17th, 2020.
You just cut it into 2020. What the hell everything for 2020?
We had the most 2020 story ever, by the way. It's we've talked about this several times. The killer whales that are attacking boats off the coast of Spain and Argentina. We don't have clips of it like we're going to have clips of other things today, but it's one of the craziest things of all time.
They are revenge whales in my book. That's what they are. They're looking for revenge.
There's like 40 incidents between June and just the last late October. That was the last one.
You know, they, one orca gets set free from SeaWorld, tells the rest of the gang what happened for the last 5 years, and now these whales are pissed.
Oh,
that's what
do.
happened.
They did. Trust me. They already do.
It's making whale noises or whatever they do.
Hey, shout out to the library. Seriously.
The library?
We do this a bit called Old Timey News where Kathy Griffin from the Travers Area Historical Society, Travers District Library puts it together. It's all news clips from 110 years ago. They get posted on the Record Eagle, so I give it my old-timey voice along with old-timey news, real sounds or music, and we're recording it today, and I had mad stupid bloopers, man.
Well, you could say that now you know for sure. Reading the news is not easy.
I knew that. That's why I wanted you to come on, man.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. Look, that's a true story.
Okay.
These are old-timey bloopers entitled Domestic Trouble, Miss Thelma Wheeler, Singing Subret, and Artistic... How the fuck do you say that word?
Which one?
This word.
Subret.
Subret?
I believe so.
Miss Thelma Wheeler, Singing Subret, and Artistic Dancer, and Mr. Miss Thelma Wheeler, singing soubrette and artistic dancer, and Mr. Ray LeClaire, a corker, not co-worker, fuck! Wanted, young men from this area to prepare for their positions as automobile... Wanted, young men from this area to prepare for their positions as automobile... Wanted, young men from this area to prepare for their positions as automobile... Wanted, young men from this area to prepare for their positions as automobile repairmen and chauffeurs. We make you an expert in 10 weeks by mail and assist you in finding a good position. The pay and demand are great. Free model of an automobile with the I was surprised I actually said it that time. Free model of an automobile with a course. Sample lesson and particulars are free. Right automobile. Fuck! Right Empire Automobile Institute, Rochester, New York. Seriously, man, I knew you were back there laughing. I'm trying to record this and get it done. So you can get
my hands.
Yeah. The whole reason, like the whole old-timey news thing, if you listen to the show before, I used to do it live, you know, with the music going behind me, but I would just fumble over the words too much, old-timey words, I guess. So I decided to just produce it like that and put the effects on my voice, make it sound old-timey.
Nothing wrong with a little preparation, you know.
My goodness. It's just,
still funny.
It's always hurtful.
I know.
Believe it or not, I am well-rested. Tim is well-rested. Like, we seriously get too much sleep. You sound chipper. You are. I feel like you're in just like rarefied mode. Like, you don't get very chipper very often.
I hated sleeping in for the last couple of days, so it was like I got to get up in the middle of the night again. Like,
dude,
I felt that way.
I'm not even joking. All weekend long, I told you this when you got here. I didn't go anywhere.
Nope.
I didn't leave the house once, and that was for a strategic reason.
Yeah.
Is that it's try number 637 to quit smoking.
Hey.
And so my Smitty logic says if you don't go anywhere, you can't buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know? Because if I'm going, wherever I'm going, I'm like, if I really want to smoke, it's like, wherever I'm at, there's a store. Boom,
Stopped
smokes,
in.
boom. But it totally worked because I didn't smoke one single bit.
So not going places that potentially would have cigarettes for sale is the equivalent of if I don't have candy in the house, I won't eat candy.
That's right. It's exactly right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's exactly right. And I will say, you were talking about excess sleep.
Yeah.
Dude, whew, Friday night, 13 hours. That wasn't completely sleeping the whole time. Like, it was like
Mostly?
the last 3 hours was all just on and off nappy naps.
Yeah.
You know, but it was fantastic.
Early
and then
morning
like
naps.
11 or 12 hours Saturday night into Sunday morning. Whew, I got up at 2:45 this morning just because I was awake.
You slept a day since I last saw you.
Yeah.
You slept an entire day.
I slept an entire day. But I'll tell you what, man, I never do that. You know, I feel so rested and with it. I can't even tell you.
Yeah. See, I still, on the weekends, I don't get up at 3:30 or whatever. I get up at around 5, and it's like old man style. But the reason I do is for the next 3 to maybe 4 hours, I can watch the TV.
Yeah.
I can
It's
put in
nice.
the headphones.
It's a very nice, silent time of day.
It's the what would 20 years ago be the old newspaper time. Old newspaper time, I said on the video.
Man, I've been sleeping so great. I just now that whole 13 hours of sleep thing is a major once a month kind of
Seems
goal.
like too much. I gotta see. Last night I felt like I slept a long time, and I wear the tracker thing, so it tells me how much I slept. 6 hours.
It's so
and
weird to track yourself when you sleep.
6 hours and 55 minutes. I slept last night,
That's not bad at all.
and that's like the longest I've slept overnight in weeks.
Really? Wow.
Because usually it's 5 to 5.5 hours is all I get.
I'm actually very interested to see how much I actually sleep throughout the night.
I just have to buy a Fitbit or
I
something.
don't know, man. I'm so against it. I'm so against it.
You have to track your the calories of your cream cheese filled breakfast cakes. I mean, cinnamon rolls.
Oh man, I think we talk about that coming up. I don't know if we talk about that coming up, but I bought some gigantic cinnamon rolls. But I justified it by saying it was a reward for not smoking.
Staying off.
I haven't smoked 3 days now.
Yeah, we've got a whole thing about that coming up. But
I don't know if we're talking about that coming up.
yeah,
I don't know if we are. I can't remember if that's in one of the
fat
clips.
guy news.
Ha ha.
Obesity or cancer?
Arnold Schwarzenegger coming out with a new movie. What's the name of this movie?
It's actually a Jackie Chan movie.
Oh, I thought Arnold
But
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold
I
is
thought you
in
said
it.
Arnold was in it.
Arnold is
I
in it.
I thought it was an Arnold movie.
Yeah, it's like an all-star cast, and it's medieval, and it's called Iron Mask. And
So, real quick, I only wanted to watch this for the podcast because you had said that Arnold Schwarzenegger has an English accent. That's the only reason we're watching this. I said let's do it for the podcast before I knew it was like
tries.
not an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
well, he's very much. I think he's the main villain, honestly.
Oh, really?
But yeah, because he's a big part of the movie. But the biggest thing is just it's old timey. It's like medieval. So there's a lot of the fairest of ladies and my lord and all this type of talking. And it's weird hearing Schwarzenegger trying to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he pulls it off necessarily.
So that's the only reason we're watching this. I might kill it after the gist.
Yeah, if
I mean,
it's
that was
dumb.
I thought it was a whole trailer, honestly, of Schwarzenegger doing
One-liners?
British.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Go. I like scenic.
The master.
Is held prisoner in Tower Grey Prison.
Sarah Numsi.
500 years.
Is that from Golden Child?
No one has ever escaped. Anyone who can get to the top is free. Who is next? I've been waiting for this for a long time.
He wasn't doing a British accent.
He was trying.
You look better this way.
I'm already in love with this movie. I don't know why.
It's preposterous.
I owe you my life.
I'm going east. Come with me.
My village has changed.
It looks really fun.
Something is very wrong.
Wes Arnold.
She's an evil bitch.
What in God's name is happening?
It looks fun.
My people are suffering. I must help save them. We need my father's seal.
Oh, he's totally fighting Arnold.
Yeah. Jackie chin.
Dude, when did Arnold Schwarzenegger become so goddamn adorable? You know,
Adorable.
he really is just like he is like a charming guy now. He wasn't like that before.
Mustache.
Strong hero. Can you help us?
Mutton chops, I think he called it.
Frightening, but quite impressive.
Pretty sure that was Liam Neeson, by the way.
When I have the seal of the dragon, I will rule the world.
Where's the dragon?
All right, I'm over this thing. But yeah, it looks really fun.
Charming Arnold.
Look, I don't know why that's weird. Oh my god, that's a
Dragon.
cool looking dragon. I don't know why that's weird. Why would it be weird that I said that?
You think Arnold is charming?
Yeah, he's a charming fella.
Yeah, he's not
He's a charming
necessarily.
fella. He's a very likable guy.
Yeah, I like
You
Arnold.
know,
Who doesn't like
he
Arnold?
he wasn't like that before. You know, he'd actually went downhill a little bit after he got nailed, nailing his maid or whatever it was.
He has an
his,
illegitimate child that's like 20 years old now.
Yeah. Like that was the point there. But he's kind of climbed back and like he did that zombie movie. And when I say likable, even as like a serious actor, like he's not doing spoof stuff necessarily.
No, he's doing some real roles, which is surprising.
That Maggie zombie movie is really
I love
good.
that movie, yeah.
Check that out. That is a legit great zombie movie. If you've never watched Maggie, watch that.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of zombie movie too.
Yep.
I love stories about stupid kids. Love.
It's just like Old Timey.
This story has to do with magnets.
How did those work?
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this, what they call it, an epidemic. It was in like Italy or somewhere overseas, Ireland or somewhere like that, where all these kids are eating all these magnet balls for some reason. And it was like an epidemic. And I'm like, God, man. Well, it's made its way to the United States. 4-year-old Peyton. His dad's name is Justin McNair. He stepped out of the room for a second. When he came back, he said his son, 4 years old, said he swallowed something and it was stuck in his throat. His wife, Jessica, looked into the kid's mouth when she saw that. She said, looked into the back of his throat and saw 2 magnets stuck together, one on each side of his uvula. And she noticed the rest of the small, round magnetic balls that were wherever they were all missing. She couldn't find them.
Oh, my God.
So he was rushed to the emergency room and had swallowed 27 magnets.
Stupid kid.
Like, here's the best part. She's a science teacher. So she's got to be like, oh, my God, I married this guy, and he's got a stepkid, and the kid's dumb because he just eats magnets, you know?
Oh, here comes Jimmy, that magnet-eating dummy.
It's just, as a science teacher, you're just like, Jesus Christ.
To get him off the uvula, though, I know I would use my dad hack and just be like, let me grab a piece of metal and stick it in the kid's mouth. Clunk, and pull it.
Yeah, I mean...
And then that might hurt him even worse.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
that would actually work. No, it wouldn't.
Stick that kid to a metal wall, just like clunk. There you go.
Most people don't in this story, one of the experts say most people don't realize the dangers of swallowing magnets.
Really?
It can happen to anyone, and it can happen in a split second. Well, no, it hasn't, because I'm almost 45 years old, and I've never once, accidentally swallowed a magnet before.
That kid walks through the kitchen and just whoosh, he's stuck to the fridge.
Get the hell out of here. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
Stupid.
Jesus, Pete's. Thanks for correcting me on how to say uvula now, because I just thought it was uvula. Like, I was just, oops. Sometimes I pride myself on my knowledge of the English language. Even though I can't speak it, I do know the words, believe it or not.
Oh,
I pride myself on that knowledge. So every time I find out that I mispronounce something, I feel it's in my bones that it's such an egregious thing where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Because you said uvula and it's uvula,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That was very close. The point is, don't eat magnets, kids. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, that part sucks.
Why are you eating magnets? I don't get it.
This is gonna seem mean, but there's times where, man, I'm on Facebook and I will see some kids, and I'm just like, man, that you could tell that kid is just a dummy. And he is going to be a dummy his whole life. There's really no other way to put that, you know?
Billy is going to eat magnets.
Yep.
No question.
But a safety feature to help us live longer, even if we are stupid, something like seatbelts or masks, or I made that comparison because we watched a 70s seatbelt commercial. Take a break, but I found this perusing the internet. It is a commercial, about 60 seconds long. It is a commercial for seatbelts from the 1970s. That was when the new seatbelt laws were new. You know, people were having a lot of problems with those laws. They said it violated their freedoms. It said that you can't make me wear a seatbelt.
It sounds so familiar.
It has parallels right now, you know, whether you want to admit it or not. So we're going to play this commercial. It's hilarious. Seatbelt commercial from the 70s.
Announcing a revolutionary new discovery about the seatbelt. It's beautiful.
Oh, my God. It's fantastic. Wow. It is showing seatbelts as accessories, like an actual belt or a necklace with like diamonds on it. It's the same thing they're trying to do now with these GD masks.
It's now being pressed into service everywhere. To keep
Oh my
things
God!
where
It's
you
his
want
knife
them to be.
sheath. It's your
Everybody
bikini
can
top
use one.
connector, dude. This is
we all
easily
know
the most.
there is
I can't
easy to
believe
get
that
out
they
of
made this thing a
as they
thing in
are
the
to get
70s to talk
into.
people into
To know
seatbelts. Because I would watch that and be like, I'm not wearing a seatbelt
When
just
you sit
because of
down,
that.
America,
Full disclosure.
show
Huh.
the
As a
world
child,
you
I care. had one of those General Motors
Today,
seatbelt
with the
belts
belt.
for my
Shut
pants.
the F
I
up!
totally
You did
did.
not.
I
Do you
did.
still have that anywhere?
No.
Oh God! You
No.
ruined everything.
I was like 6 years old.
That was the best commercial of all time.
My dad got it from work because he did work at GM.
Dude, I can't believe you used to have like a seatbelt, GM seatbelt accessory. Like, what was it? A necklace?
No, it was a belt.
It was a belt loop?
And
Belt buckle?
It was the belt, and literally
Oh my
the way the
God.
belt connected went click and click like a
Shut.
seatbelt. And
By the way, how do those goddamn things not exist as a throwback right now in this world?
I bet you if we,
Dude, make them.
I'm gonna look.
They'll sell so many.
I'm gonna look it up online.
Yeah. Put it on eBay. I bet you make $1.5 million.
Seatbelt belt. I just said online. It exists. It exists. $20.
Seriously?
Yep.
There you go. Biggity bam. Way to go. Hey, it's that time in the podcast where we sit and listen to ourselves and we don't say words except for the words that
Very
we were saying
quietly.
earlier. Yeah. Now, we always talk on the show about our quest to get healthy.
Yeah.
It is a quest.
It is a
And
quest.
for all of us, for everybody, really. But ones that we are going through right now. I want to bring up what we were just talking about off the air. It's a really fascinating subject. I'm sure it's going to catch some sort of at least minor adverse reaction from some people. Now, we are talking about our diet a lot on the show, you know,
Yeah.
or I feel like I'm an overly, well, I am a fat guy. You know, I'm not as fat as some, but trust me, I'm clinically obese. I know. I went to...
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. but-
I'm not trying to laugh about it. It's just one of those things, man. You can't get upset about it all the time. You know?
Right.
Anyway, the point of this story is I've worked... I'm working towards quitting smoking because in my head I have to quit smoking before I go down that
I felt
in
that
shape rabbit hole because I got to be able to breathe in order to do cardio, right?
Yeah, that's true. Totally
I'm
true.
almost 3 days without a smoke right now.
That's huge. Yeah.
But, I was telling you what Brother Levi had told me. You guys both will have your peaks and valleys as far as fitness goes, where, you'll be doing really well, but then you won't be losing the weight that you want to lose. You won't be seeing the results that you think you should be seeing.
Yeah.
Then you'll crank it down to like another level.
Right.
You know, so you both, well, Levi had told me, I don't know if he wants this public or not, whatever, that he's going to go vegan in January for a while, for at least a bit.
Sure.
Which, it's healthy to do vegan things periodically.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the lifestyle that I would want to have, but
I don't think I'd want it overall, But
you had said you are. I don't know if you are considering going vegan, but you said you're skipping a lot of meat lately intentionally.
well, yeah, because really and truly, and it sounds pompous, but
Yeah.
I eat vegetables. Like 80% of what I eat is just vegetables. So on occasion, I'll be like, you know what? Instead of like
Vegetables are like my 15%. That's probably my 20 to 15%.
well, instead of doing that, I'll instead of the red meat or chicken or something, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll just eat beans. Like, I mean, it's still a vegetable, but it's like I'll throw beans in a tiny bit, and that way you still get your proteins and
Yeah.
what have you. But yeah,
Like
every
people
now
want to
and again.
knock like vegan burgers and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I've had like black bean burgers, vegan burgers that are really good.
Yeah,
like
you
it's
can-
really good.
You can season that stuff together and make it good. Now, I'd always prefer the hamburger itself.
What are you gonna do? Are you considering going vegan?
No, not vegan, but I like a large chunk of vegan, I guess, because I'm still gonna eat my eggs every morning. You know, but
Well, then it's not vegan at all.
it's vegetarian, maybe more. Now, Levi sounds
No, you
more
go the
extreme than me.
Tofu route.
Tofu.
I mean, do you think you'd do the tofu?
I thought for a long time that tofu was like a cardboard byproduct. I really thought it was cardboard. And then I had to have it explained to me that it wasn't. I thought it was like an organic.
It's like a bean byproduct or something, right?
It's soy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really thought it was some kind of cardboard. And so I'm like, I'm not going to eat that. It's cardboard. And I was like, no, it's not. You idiot. And I'm like, well, it looks like cardboard.
It just tastes like cardboard. I don't think I've ever had tofu once in my whole life.
It's really weird. It can be chewy or it can be hard depending on how you cook it.
I told Levi, he said he was going vegan in January. I said, you're not going to be able to do that. You're smoking all this bacon. He's smoking all these meats. I'm like, dude, you're going to have a real problem with that.
That's going to be tough. Yeah.
Yeah. But he'll do it.
Just stay off the smokes, kids.
Oh.
Coagulates.
So it's talking about how to make. We're talking about how to make tofu. We actually did another story about tofu on the show today, about how they're coming up with a tofu scented candle. But there's too much. First of all, let's just stop the tofu talk on the radio.
Yeah.
Unless we're actually doing it. Unless we're actually going vegan.
No.
You know.
No. Soy. I thought it was cardboard. I was truly dumb and thought it was cardboard. But like molecularly adjusted, like I'm dumb.
It's sometimes it's the best though. Sometimes dumb is the best. Dumb is the best humor. I would say 75% of the
blissful ignorance.
time. Yeah. Blissful ignorance comes in handy when you have stuff like Fat Guy News. Have Fat Guy News in just a hot second, but it's great timing, by the way, since we're going to do Fat Guy News. Just got a text from my brother, Levi, who is also my roommate, and he was sharing a screenshot of a text he got from my mom.
Oh, no.
So the text from my mom to Levi was, do you think you and Nate could eat a really big pot pie? It's funny you laugh like that because that's exactly Levi's response to my mom. Yes! Exclamation point. Send the pot pie, please. It's so fitting. It's so fit. That's why there's a thing called Fat Guy News.
Yep.
And speaking of this, Fat Guy News, and I just purchased not Cinnabon, but some just fantastically gigantic cinnamon rolls with great cream cheese frosting on it. Here is cinnamon roll related Fat Guy News. You can now buy Cinnabon frosting by the pint.
Oh my. Oh no.
How dangerous is that?
Dangerous but tasty.
Oh my G, man.
You could eat it with a spoon or by the handful.
Yes, of course I would.
Wow.
Man, you can put that on everything. $6 a pint. That's the same as a beer.
Basically, yeah. Except you can't drink it. The consistency.
Yeah, you can.
Know. I mean, you
I
could.
bet you could. Give me enough.
Give
me enough time.
Be a lot of licking. A lot of licking.
Ew,
Don't ever do that.
I'm sorry, I can't. I honestly can't believe I did that. New low point for Smitty.
You are hungry, man. The look on your face at the freeze at the end of it. Oh, you were just, I forgot you did that.
The Cinnabon. What did Louis C.K. call it? He call it was it Cinnabon jizz? What is it? There was some kind of jizz.
Yeah.
It was some kind of. I can't remember. I wish I remembered the actual
I
joke.
don't recall.
Seriously, all of that fat guy logic. I tell myself. I mean, if it gets me over smoking, then that's the key, right?
If you pack on a few LBs, but you get rid of cigarettes,
I mean,
you can always kill those LBs later.
I mean, it depends on what a few is, man.
20.
Because I think I'm close to my max I've ever been.
Really?
I think I'm close. And I think I was around 290. This is late tail end 2008. Get the fuck out of here, cat. And I was about 290 then. I don't know. I think I'm around 270, 275 right now.
I would have never guessed that. I would have never guessed that. Because I've known you a long time. I don't feel you're at your most obese.
See, I would like to.
How did he open the door?
He just grabs it with his claws and yanks it, man.
He is too smart for his own good.
He is a smart a-hole. I would love to let the cat in here while we're doing anything, while we're working or anything, because I love my cat, but I can't trust him.
Right.
You know, he wants to mess with things, and I got things that if you pull him down, they could break, and it would cost me money, and I don't want that.
Yep.
It's great to follow up Fat Guy News with a break or a bit that we like to call cancer or obesity. You want to hear how my brain works a little bit, Tim?
I kind of know.
This is how, first of all, you shouldn't go shopping when you're hungry. You also shouldn't go shopping when you're trying to quit smoking.
Two truths.
So here's how my brain works. This is how Smitty logic goes.
Uh-oh.
I was really close to buying cigarettes yesterday. Yeah. We just talked about this. I forgot all about what the hell we were talking about. It boiled itself down to what's better, cancer or obesity.
Obesity.
You know, people will say you can't make jokes about that stuff. Well, I think you can.
Obesity is better. There, I'm on record saying it. If I ever run for political office, that'll be in my attack ad.
Pound it.
Be like,
obesity greater than cancer. Bow.
Tim Logan thinks obesity is better. Yes, I do. And tofu's made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
But
obesity is better than cancer. Yeah.
Any day. Good God.
It's times like this, Tim, that you should totally talk me out of talking about those things, cancer, obesity. You should say, Smitty, maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
That's the show, though. Well, we need to have a show.
Oh, man. I caught myself after I was done with a break. Caught myself off the air, realizing that what I had just said on the air was easily top 5 dumbest things I have ever publicly said.
Obesity is better than a frivolous.
Got your headline updates coming up in just a little bit. Also, a crazy story about a grandmother that gave birth to her own daughter.
Whoa.
Or vice versa. I don't know. It's confusing. It's on the way.
I saw that.
A grandmother that gave birth to her own daughter. That's easily the stupidest fucking thing I've ever said in my life. That is easily the stupidest thing I've ever said. Of course she gave birth to her own daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now that you say it.
Fuck, man. I don't know. Woo!
Gave birth to her own daughter.
Oh my God, it's a crazy story about this woman giving birth. Fucking dummy. Man. Wow, Smitty. Really? Ah. Just fucking take me out to the wood line. Take me out and shoot me.
This woman gave birth to her very own
What? Are you serious?
She was a grandmother and she gave birth to her own daughter.
God damn it. Sometimes I hate myself. I should say we came back on the. I totally explained myself on the air and explained what I meant rather than that stupid thing.
Just like grandmother gave birth to her own daughter.
Yeah, weird.
Yep.
It was a grandmother that had carried she acted as a surrogate for her daughter. She was giving birth to her granddaughter.
Which that is amazing when you say it out loud.
Yeah.
A grandmother who gave birth to her own granddaughter.
Then that led into me acknowledging my love of older women, which led into the bit this morning where we played older women make beautiful lovers.
That's right. Gonna get you a cougar. You'll be a cougar
Dude,
smith.
I'm 45 almost, man.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm 25 anymore looking for an older lady.
Well,
you know,
60. You know, is that the cap? 60 years old. There's no cap.
There's no cap.
You're like Dolly Parton comes around the corner. I'm still in.
Yeah, well, you know,
She's
that Dolly money.
She's 74.
All right. Well, that'd be. Oh, you know, I something on the show that I said and realized it was racist today, and I wanted to bring this up.
What was it?
Because, I wanted to bring this up because it's stuff you're raised saying and you don't know it's racist. It's very naive a lot of times.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah.
Because I said on the show, I can't remember, we were talking about people that were on drugs or John Belushi. It was what I said. John Belushi was off the reservation on drugs.
Yeah.
I got done saying it. And I'm like, wait a second. This is a phrase, mind you, that I've either said or have had in my head thinking at least dozens of times, I would say.
Since you were a kid.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
For some reason today, I said it on the air, and then I got off the air, and I'm like,
wait a minute.
I feel like that's a racist term.
Yeah.
And of course I had to look it up, like, boom, of course. And I looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, it's completely derogatory against Native Americans. That's the reasons for its usage.
Yep. It just sort of, well, it's one of those that if you're raised with it, I guess that's an example of what you would call white privilege, is not even realizing it and then being like, oh, that's a bad phrase. I better not do that one.
It's like the scene on Clerks 3. I'm not going to say what the term is, but a porch.
Oh,
you know,
he's like, I'm bringing
phrase.
it back.
And Randall didn't realize that it was a racial term because his grandmother said it. My grandma's not racist. It turns into him saying, "Oh my God, my grandma was a little fucking racist." You know, but there's so many of those things that I'm sure I'm just naive about, and I have no idea. And I say out willy nilly. I figured out one was a couple weeks ago. Month or so ago, I said, you got cheated. So you say, oh, what a gyp. I didn't realize it was like a totally racist term against gypsies.
I didn't realize that either till right now.
Boom.
I had no idea.
No fucking idea, man. And it's just like, it seeps into your consciousness. It seeps into like the everyday terms. And at some point you're just like, oh my God, my whole vernacular is just saturated with hatred.
With these terrible words.
Seriously.
You're like, thanks.
If I were to say it around a Native American guy, not having any idea, but somebody who's educated who knows that they get pissed, and you're just like, I don't, dude.
What?
You know?
Well, I didn't mean
but
it.
But ignorance is not like a defense of it. I'm just saying it just seeps in. It just happens.
It happens, and then, well, the key is knowing and then being like, well, I won't say that anymore. Instead of being like knowing and then going, yeah, I don't care. I'll say what I want. Like, that's the difference.
Yeah.
You know? And you're obviously trying to be a better Smitty.
I always try to be a better Smitty.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. What the hell, everything? What the hell, everything?